Section 4.3 now. We are going to section 4.3, which is again logarithmic, but there are some special rules in logarithmic, okay? These special rules in logarithmic which you have to remember, and very important topic. You are definitely getting problems on this. What did it say is, so if you have something, I have something like this, this is known as multiplication rule. Because two numbers m and m are multiplying. There is something known as division rule. Note, my log b is the same, but inside here after log b, two numbers are multiplying, and if you have log b and two numbers are dividing, that's known as division rule. Remember, multiplication changes into addition, division changes into subtraction. Multiplication, addition, division, subtraction. This thing is actually equal to log base. You can separate them. You can distribute log b m, but multiplication changes into addition, log b n. You can write it like this. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. This thing from when this is given and you're going here, it is known as expanding, because you're expanding, you make it bigger. But when you're going from here, this thing is given to you a question and you're going here, it's known as condensing, because you're making it smaller. You're changing into one log. When you have some log, same base m plus log, same base n. Note, my bases are the same. You can combine it. You can write as one log and then you multiply m and n. Similarly here, when you have one log base, m times n, m and m are multiply. You can separate them by doing this. So expanding and condensing. Similarly here, division changes into subtraction. You can write it as this, log base and minus. It changes into subtraction. Once you got this, again from here to here, it's expanding because you're making it bigger. And from here to here, condensing. Example, it says you have to expand log 4 7 times 5. You're like, it's 7 times 5. You have to expand it. How do you do it? See, it's log, one log, and in the bracket 7.5. Now you have to expand it. So what you do is, it becomes log 4 7. You separate them with a, since it's multiplication, it changes into addition. It will change into two logs. And note, my bases will still remain the same. My bases cannot change. Don't forget to write the bases. Those are the most important thing. Okay. Similarly, I say log 10x. Expand this thing. You're like, oh, base is not given. If base is not given, what is the base? It's 10. You should know that. You don't have to write it. You should know in your mind. So let's see, what does it become? Log 10 plus log x. Can you simplify this further? Is log 10, do you know what's the value of log 10? Remember, we did a property. Log base is equal to 1. We did this property. You're like, but I cannot use it here. You can. What is here? Log 10. If there's nothing, there's basically log 10. So this value is equal to 1 plus log x. You can simplify if you want. This thing is known as expanding, because this was given to you. You are going to the bigger side. You're making it much more bigger. Once you're done with this, I want you to try checkpoint 1, page 494. Try that out. Okay. Next thing. Okay, let's see one more example. If I say log 7 19 divided by x, expand it. Expand this. Again, you can separate them. Log 7, don't get confused with this thing. Or you're like, it's in the division. Write it separately. Log 7 19, and at the bottom is x. So write log 7x. Write it like this. So there is 19 and x. Write both of them. Log 7 19, log 7x. Since it's division, it changes into minus sign. That's it. So if example I say ln, you have ln e3 to the power of 7. You have here. So you're saying e3 and 7. So write ln in front of e3 also, ln in front of 7 also. Now what will be the sign in the middle? Since it's division, it's going to be minus sign. Can I simplify this further? Using the properties we did before last lecture. These are the properties we did last lecture. So any of these 1, 2, 3, 4. So what you have here is ln e3 is any property which satisfies this property. Ln e3. What is ln? Log base e3. Does it look like anything? Does it look like this? No. Does it look like this? Yes. So it becomes equal to 3. So you can actually write it here as 3 minus ln 7. That's how you do it. Once you've done this, I want you to try checkpoint 2, page 494. That's what you're gonna do. Next thing is, okay, one more thing after this is, once you're done these two, one, this is 2, okay, there is something exciting, very interesting, power rule. Power rule. What does this power rule says is, if you have some log base and some number is raised to power p, what does this, logarithmic does? It picks up this power and throw in front. It will pick up this p and throw in front, and you will left with everything else. It picks it up and throw in front. So example, let's see example. If you have log 5, 7 to the power of 4, they say expand it. Again, this thing, right, is expanding. This time is condensing. Okay, because you're making it smaller, you're making it bigger. So how do you do it is expanding, pick up this exponent. What is the exponent? 4. Pick it up, throw it in front. Everything else remains as it is. Can you simplify it further? No, since base and this number is the same, I cannot simplify it further. Okay, example, let's see ln square root of x. So like, okay, how do you do this one? What's my power? Square root. Square means it's 2. 1 square root, you can write it as 1 over 2 also. If it's cube root, what does it become? 1 over 3. Fourth root, it becomes 1 over 4. Fifth root, it becomes 1 over 5. If there is nothing, it is actually square root is 1 over 2. So this becomes ln x to the power of 1 over 2, which is, throw this, what does expansion rule will do? It will throw the exponent in front and you're left with ln x. That's it. Right. Let's see one more example. You get log 4x to the power of 5. What happens in this case? Note this 4x, both 4x is raised, 4 is also raised to power 5, x is also raised to power 5. What do you do in this case? What you're going to do is throw this in front. You're left with log 4x. You're like, why are you writing here in bracket and not here in bracket? The reason is there was just one term, x. Here was just one term, 7. Here there are two things, x and 4. That's why I'm writing in bracket. You will see after, we are going to do some problems, and then you will need help. You will need help. Okay. I want you to try checkpoint 3, page 496 after this. You will be able to do those problems. So we did 3 properties today, and in section 4.3, and remember those properties, they are really, really important. Okay, next thing, basically this was what we were doing, but the most important thing, most important thing which is gonna come is you have to expand, you have to use all the properties we have learned so far and expand or condense as much as you can. How does that work? So it says example, if they say expand as much as you can, they're giving you log base x squared square root of y. They say expand this as much as you can. First of all, what do you see here? You have log some base. Then you have inside x square and square root of y. Let's convert the square root of y. I don't like the square root written. Let's convert into numbers. It becomes, square root becomes 1 over 2. We did this here. Okay. Now you're like, which property to use first? We did so many properties. Okay. First of all, do you see this thing whole square something? No, right? It's not whole square. X is raised to power 2, y is raised to power 1 by 2. They're separate things. They're not the same thing. So I cannot use this property. I cannot throw. This thing is whole power. I cannot use as yet. What first thing you see is, they both are multiplying. So multiplication changes into addition. So log base, there's two terms, x square, and there is this thing. So separate them. Since it's multiplication, they separate, and multiplication changes into addition. Okay, that's good. Can you do more? Yes. Now just look one term at a time. Let's look at this term. Can you use multiplication, addition, or any of the properties? Yes, it has a power. What happens when it has a power? It picks it up and throws in front. So it becomes bx. What about in this case? This also has a power. It will pick it up and throw in front. Can you do anything else? I mean, now I don't know the values now. That's it. That's your answer. Let's see one more example. So you have log 6 cube root of x over 36y to the power of 4. I don't like cube roots. I told you square roots, cube roots. I like to write it in the form of numbers. You got this 36y to the power of 4. Now you have to solve this. Okay. Do you see whole square root something here? No, right? So let's deal them separately. You have this and this. So write them separately. Log 6 x 1 by 3. One number, you see, one second number is this. So write it here. And since its division is going to be a minus sign. Let's say one term at the time. Let's see this thing here. What will happen in this case? It has 1 by 3 as a power. So use power rule, pick it up and throw in front. It becomes this thing. Okay, then there's a minus sign. Let's forget about minus sign. I put it, just forget it. Let's see there exists this thing. Okay, you have 36y to the power of 4. You're like, oh, there's a power. I'm going to pick up and throw in front. No. The 4 is just raised to power y, not 36. If it was raised to power 36 also, then you throw in front. These both are in log. They both are part of log. You cannot just throw 4 in front because there is both of them. 36 is not raised to power, only y is raised to power 4. So what you're gonna do is, what you can do other thing. You know, oh, 36 and y are multiplying each other. So you can separate them using addition. 36, it becomes log 36 log y to the power of 4. Since it's multiplication, addition. Okay. Remember, very, very important rule. There was a negative sign. After negative sign, if you're opening something, make sure you put in a bracket. You have to put in a bracket if you are opening after. And don't forget to put base. See, like I forgot to put base. That's wrong. Your answer is wrong. You have to put base. Okay, the base will remain the same. You got this. Okay. Let's see, this way we already did it. Okay. Do you know what is log 6? 36. Can I write 36 as 6 to the power of something? I know 6 times 6 is 36. So I can write as 6 square as 6 square. And what will happen in this case? Now I can throw the power in front. Now because it's just y. And what is this value? 2. So your final answer is basically 1 by 3 log 6x minus, in the bracket, 2 plus 4 log 6y. You can open the minus sign, so it become 1 by 3 log 6x minus 2 minus 4 log 6y. Note, if you don't put this bracket, your answer is wrong. You have to, after minus sign, if you're expanding, make sure you put in a bracket and solve as much as you can. Try to make the number as a power, this base to the power of something. 36 to the power of something. Here I'm not doing because here is 6 and here is y. I don't know what is y. That's why I'm not writing y as 6 to the power of something because I don't know what is y. Okay, that's how you do expanding. After this, try checkpoint number 4. Okay, on page number 497. Checkpoint 4, page 497. This will all help you. Okay, try that thing. And it will help you to solve the problems. Okay. Next thing is, okay, next example is condensing. Now what we were doing expanding, we were making it bigger. Now we are going to make it smaller. We are going to make smaller. So example, you are given log 4 2 plus log 4 32. You're like, how do we do it? You have to make it smaller. Expand this always into one log. You have to make it into one log. How do you do it? One log. Both bases are same. See, you can only combine if the bases are same. Here it's 4, here it's 4. Yes. Addition changes into multiplication, which is equal to log 4. What is 2 times 32? It is 64. Is your answer done? Can you, you're not still not done. Try to make, can you write 64 as 4 to the power of something? Let's see. 64. Okay. What are the factors? 2, 32, 2, 16, 2, 8, 2, 4, 2, 2, 2, 1. You got this thing. Okay. 1, 4, 2, 4, 3, 4. See, this 2 times 2, 4. That's 1. This may 4, 4, 4. So 4 times 4, 16. 16 times 4 is 64. So I can write it 64 as 4 to the power of 3. So which is actually equal to 3 using one of the properties we did before. Okay. So that's the final answer. That's condensing. You're making it into smaller. See, this was a whole thing. I made it into a small number, which is 3. Example, one more thing. You have log 4x minus 3 minus log x. Let's condense this. We have to combine them into one log. There are two logs. First of all, can I separate this log 4x minus 3? Can I separate them, expand them? I cannot. I told you for multiplication, I told you for division, two numbers multiplying, two numbers dividing. I never taught you for two numbers adding or subtracting inside one log. That's wrong. So we cannot do it, we cannot expand it, but we have to condense it. How do we do it? You have this log, they're subtracting. So whatever is in the before one, you write it on the top, and whatever is after that minus log x, what is after x, you put it at the bottom. So that's how you do it. That's how you can, and you cannot simplify it further. You don't start cancelling it. You cannot. X is dividing this also, x is dividing 3 also. You cannot cancel just 1. You cannot say, oh, it's just 4 minus 3, 1, which is 0. No. You cannot cancel it like this. X is dividing both 4x and 3. If it was just dividing 4x, then you could, if it was like this, then you could cancel x. But since it's 4x minus 3, you cannot cancel. There is 3 also, and 3 does not have x. You cannot cancel. Leave as it is. That's your answer. Try checkpoint 5. Checkpoint 5, page 497. Okay. Some more examples we can do is, let's see, you have half log x plus 4 log x minus 1. They say you have to condense, make it into simple log. How do you do it? You're like, oh, addition, that means multiplication. Let's do it. No, there is numbers in front. First, you have to deal with numbers in front. Power rule, backward. It is in front, pick it up and throw it back in the power. So it becomes log x to the power of 4 plus, in this case, what happens? It will pick up this 4 and throw in the exponent of x minus 1 to the power of 4. Now there is addition. Addition changes into multiplication. 4 times x minus 1 to the power of 4. That's how you do it. So if there is a number in front of log, first you have to pick up and throw in the form of exponent. Then see whether it's addition or subtraction and combine. And you can combine only when the bases are same. Here also see nothing, that means 10, 10. Both have 10. So I can combine it. This becomes your answer. Let's see one more example. So you have 3 ln x plus 7 minus ln x. Again, there's a number in front. Pick up and throw in the exponent. That's one thing you do in condensing first. You got this thing. Now, subtraction changes into division. So whatever is in front, in the first one, put it on the top. Second log, put it at the bottom. That's it. You cannot do anything more than that. That's it. That's your answer. Let's see one more example. We have 4 log bx minus 2 log b6 minus half log by. Okay, let's see. All of them have numbers. Throw in front. 4, put it up. It becomes log b x to the power of 4. What about this thing? Don't put the minus sign. I'm just saying the numbers. Say through the numbers. 6 square. This number on the top, it becomes log b y to the power of 1 over 2. Minus sign them. You're like, oh, what I'm supposed to do now? Which two should I combine? Should I combine these two first, then these two? It's up to you. Usually what I would suggest, if it's addition sign, then you combine in any order you want. That's not a problem. But when you see two minus signs, combine them first. How do you do it is, keep first one as it is. Take out the minus sign. If I take out minus sign, what happens? I took out minus sign, I'm just left with this thing. What happens in the other case? If I take out the minus sign from here, I'm left with positive. Now you know positive changes into addition. So it becomes log b 6 square y to the power of 1 over 2. Now you have log b something minus log b something. Now you can apply the division rule. It becomes log b, whatever is in the first one, over whatever is in the second one. 6 square y to the power of 1 half. That's it. That's your answer. Try checkpoint 6, page 498. So that's all we'll be doing in section 4.3. Section 4.4, section 4.4 I have to explain.